Alright. Hello, hello, hello. Uh, Testing out a bit of a new layout, so cheers to that. Got some early morning tea since it is currently 5:49 a.m. Pacific time. It's a bit of an early morning. But hey, it is what it is. We've got Pokemon news and we are gonna cover it. For those of you that may not know what's happening, we've got new Pokemon games coming out soon. And by soon, I mean November. And today we get some news about them. So the presentation starts in about 10 minutes. Until then, I guess we'll just kind of chat a bit, figure out, what we know so far, what we're trying to figure out. But yeah, also, apologies for the morning voice. It is, like I said, 5:50 in the morning, so gonna have my tea. Hopefully that soothes the vocal cords into submission. But yeah, all in all, I'm pretty excited. Also, since this is kind of a new layout, if there are any audio mixing issues, let me know in either the chat or if you're watching this later, let me know in the comments. But yeah, should be a fun time. Real quick before the event gets going, I figured we might as well, kind of talk about what we already know. So as we know, these are our box art legendaries. I forget their names exactly. We'll get to that. But yeah, we've got Pokemon Scarlet, Pokemon Violet. It'll be set in a new region for which we don't yet have a name. We have seen a couple of the early route Pokemon. We've seen the starters so far. Met a couple of the characters. This rival / mentor character, along with the professors. Now, I believe we do have names for the box art legendaries. Koraidon, I guess, and Miraidon. I'm probably butchering the pronunciations. But yeah, there's already like a fair amount in terms of like the identity of this region that we know so far, right? We've been able to kind of deduce from, what we've seen of it that it seems very like Spanish inspired, Spain / Portugal inspired. The map of the region that we saw in one of the trailers, I don't think it's up on the site at all. Really gives that impression. Hey Eli, glad you could tune in. I know it's work hours, so it makes life tough, but yeah, hopefully I don't get you too much trouble here. Hey friend, how's it going? Yeah, this is fun. This is exciting. Thank you for tuning in at such an ungodly hour. I know it's very early, so appreciate y'all stopping in. Also, if anyone's watching this later, hello. Thank you for joining. But yeah, we know we're gonna have multiplayer. This should be fun. I could be doing better. Oh, sorry to hear it, friend. Hopefully, a fun quick little stream and hopefully some fun news can, at the very least, put a bit of a smile on your face. That's what we're all here for. But yeah, I guess while we're waiting, is there anything people are particularly excited about, particularly like hopeful to see in these presentations today? Because I assume we're not just gonna get a new Scarlet and Violet trailer and that'll be it. That would be a bit of a letdown, I feel like. But we also got a lot of news earlier in the summer, so let me go. A final later today with 2 hours of sleep. Yeah, that's it's always a fun position to be in. It's the first time, I think this is the first time people have seen my handsome face. Thank you for saying it's handsome. The beard's a little unkempt right now. It's have some case of bedhead or whatever the short hair equivalent of that would be. But hey, we move. Yeah, I don't think my face has appeared anywhere else because we don't record video for Not a Scratch, and all of the other streams have been just gameplay stuff. I'm trying out this new layout. Let me know what y'all think, because I wanted to put a face cam on the first layouts I did and didn't really find a nice way of doing it. And then the other day I thought of this fun little like scrolling background and I was like, I could build some fun stuff around this. Thank you, Fran, for saying I rock the beard. I do my best. Been growing it for a while now, about my whole life. So. Also, might need to re-up on the tea after the presentation here. For context, I start work in like about 3 hours, so I'm up a lot earlier than I usually need to be. Chances are, if the stream goes long enough, my actual wake-up alarm might go off. That would be fun. But yeah. Still got a few minutes to kill here. All right, Fran. Thanks for popping in, Fran. If you want to pop back in after the direct, feel free to. Probably be on for a little bit, going back through it, pointing some stuff out, getting generally excited. I will say I don't appreciate how early in the morning these are, but I mean, I also realize that with time zones, it's one of the few times that they can make work. So, yeah. I'm wondering if... I don't think there's anything new on the site since the last trailers came out. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything new. Which, I mean, is to be expected. They're not gonna give us any real teasers. Let the leakers go wild. Eli hoping for news of a new Legends game. That's interesting. I think it would be... I'm also very much a fan of what they did with Legends Arceus and want to see that series of games continue. I don't know whether to call it a spin-off series or main series, because I think technically it's main series, but it feels more like kind of a spin-off, different take on it. I don't know if we'll get any Legends news this soon, though. I think if I had to guess, Legends would probably be a game that comes out next year or the year after, right? One of those games in the middle of the generation life cycle. So I don't know if we get a teaser for that, especially this soon after Legends Arceus came out. You know, I feel like we're still very early in that game's lifespan, although I guess the entire Gen 8 life cycle got really condensed because of COVID. Yeah, it would be cool to see news of a new Legends game. I'm curious if we'll get news about any new spin-off games, because we haven't gotten a new spin-off game in a while. I hope here that they're making it. Yeah, I would like to hear that there's going to be a new Legends game. I think that would be some fun news to throw in along with whatever new trailer we get. Yeah. All right. It is 6 a.m. on the dot. The premiere will begin shortly. Oh, the excitement. I'm gonna try and make sure I have my volume balanced correctly. We've got the little... Let's see if I can get this volume. Alright. How is this? Oh, a new Mystery Dungeon game? The day after Mystery Dungeon Day? Could be fun, Eli. Could be fun. Alright. How is volume on y'all's end? Is the video a bit loud compared to me, or is it balanced well? Because if it's balanced well, I Alright. It's a bit loud. Alright. Let me tone it down a bit.
Hello everyone, I'm Utsunomiya from the Pokémon Company. In today's Pokémon Presents, we will be sharing information on several of our games, including the Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet games.
Alright, Scarlet and Violet news.
I'm happy to share some news about the Pokémon World Championships that will be held in London, UK, this year from August 18th to August 21st.
What news could we be getting about Worlds?
Hello Pokemon trainers, I'm Chris Brown from the Pokemon Company International, and I'm delighted to share with you updates on our annual Pokemon World Championships. After 3 years, our global community will come together August 18th to 21st in London for not only intense Pokemon battles, but also to be together, celebrating old friendships and creating new ones, all in the spirit of friendly competition. We are expecting thousands of players.
Yeah, Honor, the YouTube premiere is very loud, but
and tournament
as long as this is relatively balanced, it should be good.
Journeys, earning their invitation over several years. And we are
also, they mentioned Pokken. I thought Pokken got taken off of the competitive circuit.
This year, we are also adding many new elements to the show, beginning with 2 new Pokemon titles. Please join me in welcoming Pokemon Go, where nearly 100 players will compete across 2 age divisions, and Pokemon Unite, where 16 teams from 11 regions will compete. These players have battled all year for their shot to earn the title
I forgot they added Unite to the competitive
champion in these new categories. We also have a few surprises in store for
Pokemon
fans
really
attending
becoming
in person,
the esports,
including our largest ever Pokemon Center World's pop-up shop. For those unable to attend in person, you can follow all the action from wherever you are on our dedicated live streams for each product, including coverage of every championship match for each age division. Pokemon tournaments are held around the world, and we hope the competition at the World Championships inspire many new players to make new friends through battling. And one more thing, It's my honor to unveil for fans today our new Pokemon World Championships Pikachu Trophy. Take a look.
Ah, fun new hardware. Honored, I agree. The Pokemon Center website
Thank you.
might get
We
a
look
couple
forward to
orders
seeing you
from
in
me.
London. And now I would like to hand it back to Mr. Utsunomiya.
Thank you very much, Mr. Brown. With the Pokemon World Championships returning after 3 years, please look forward to exciting battles to keep you on the edge of your seats. Now, I'd like to share some news about a few of our games.
All right, what's up first?
For the first time in 3 years, we held in-person Pokemon Go Fest events in Berlin and Seattle. And this weekend, we will be holding an event in Sapporo, Japan. Mysterious creatures known as Ultra Beasts have appeared at each event. And these Ultra Beasts will all gather together during the Pokemon Go Fest 2022 finale event that will be held on August 27th. The finale is a global event that can be enjoyed by trainers wherever they are in the world.
Fun
Trainers
Ultra
will be able
Beast
to
challenges.
encounter Pokemon they may not normally see in the wild. They can also encounter
Might have
the
to open
mythical
Go again
Pokemon
for the first
Shaman
time
by
in a while.
completing special research. Will you be able to help Ree contend with the Ultra Beasts? And what has become of Professor Willow, who was sucked into Ultra Space through an Ultra Wormhole? Stay tuned for the story's conclusion.
Wait, I didn't realize that Willow's gone. Oh no.
Additionally,
Our boy.
Daily Adventure Incense has been added to the game. It's a special incense that can be used once a day and lasts for 15 minutes. It can attract Pokemon not normally seen in your area, and rumors say it might even attract legendary Pokemon.
Oh.
Use Daily Adventure
this new
Incense
incense
for a
looks
15-minute adventure
fantastic.
every day. Over the past 6 years, we've seen
That new
Pokemon
incense is
from
something I
every
feel like
region
was missing.
debut
I hope
in
it's not
Pokemon Go.
too
There are now
paywall.
over 700 Pokemon
I hope there's
you
an easy
can
way to get
register
those.
to the Pokédex. Whether you're making new friends at Pokemon Go Fest or having heated battles at the Pokemon World Championships, the entire world is the stage for Pokemon Go, and our adventures are just getting started.
Is this
Pokemon
cafe
Unite,
news?
the
No,
hot
this is
app for
Unite.
Nintendo Switch and mobile devices. Pokemon Unite has continued to grow and evolve since its release 1 year ago. In celebration of its first anniversary, we're adding not only new Pokemon and features to the game, but also many
Right.
events and
We did
campaigns.
get news about a new character last time. Is it going to be a
A new
major
type
update?
of quick
Nope.
battle, Pika Party, will begin today, August 3rd. In this special type of quick battle in celebration of our first anniversary, all Pokemon on the field,
Ah,
both
new incense is
wild
free
and
once a day.
players,
Okay.
are Pikachu. We hope you join in the festivities.
That honestly, that new incense might be enough to get me back playing regularly because I haven't played
Buzzwole
regularly in a
will
long
be
time.
joining Unite battles starting today, August 3rd. Buzzwole is an all-rounder that can grapple opposing Pokemon and launch them into the air.
Right, I
Run
think we
amok
heard
in
about
battle with
Buzzwole last
Buzzwole's
time.
ability, Beast Boost, which temporarily increases Buzzwole's movement speed and basic attack speed each time it knocks out an opposing Pokemon. This first
Buzzwole feels
anniversary
like
is
it should
just
be
the
OP
start of
for a
what's
game
to
like
come
Unite,
in
but
Pokemon
also
Unite. We're
I guess
planning more
Unite has
events
its
for
own
September
balancing
as well,
going.
so please stay tuned. And we're gifting Unite licenses in Hollowware for Pikachu, Lucario, Blastoise, Snorlax, and Sylveon in celebration of the first anniversary.
Nice. It seems like Game Freaks and the Pokemon Company are really willing to invest in Unite. So. We've got red on the mountaintop? Hold on. Hold on. Ah, this is Masters. Okay.
Hey.
Oh, that makes sense.
So what are we getting? A new event in Masters? Okay. Masters of Staying Alive.
What's this? Looks like Mewtwo's back in the Pokemon Cafe Remix game.
There's our
It's
Pokemon
hungry.
Cafe news. It was only a matter
Make
of time.
delicious drinks and dishes with your cafe staff to treat Mewtwo to
Yeah,
a
Eli, I
wonderful
was
time.
I
Once
heard
you
the
make a lot
Johto
of
music.
delicious
I heard the
drinks and
red
dishes
music, and I
and
was
1 minute
really
cooking
excited.
To fill Mewtwo up, it can join your staff.
Honored, we don't need this energy
Here are
right
some
now.
hints on how to
I
play
know
the
for a
1
fact
minute
you don't
cooking
play
puzzle
Cafe.
mode to
Come on now.
satisfy Mewtwo. Tip 1. Gather great staff. Mewtwo likes to order small plates, so gather staff that specialize in small plates. Pikachu, Squirtle, the 5-star Chef Victini,
Why would
and the
Mewtwo like
newly
small
arrived Latias
plates?
are good at those
I feel like
orders.
Mewtwo, between the mental
If you
capacity and
want
the
to aim for
physical
the high
strength,
score,
you know,
try raising your
needs its
Pokemon
calories.
staff level. Go to the Pokemon menu to start raising their
Shame.
staff level by training them. Once your great staff is up to the challenge, it's time to begin 1
Honored,
minute
you have
cooking.
Cafe downloaded.
On
That's
to the
more than
second
I
tip.
can
Just
say.
keep on mixing as much as you can. Once you begin 1 minute cooking, keep on mixing the Pokemon to rack up those combos. Use these tips to make delicious drinks and dishes, and you should be able to satisfy Mewtwo.
All right,
We hope
we've
you'll
gotten
give
our
1 minute
Cafe
cooking
news,
a
we've gotten
try.
our Masters
And there's
news, we've
more.
gotten our Go
Following
news.
Latias, who just appeared today,
Are we
Latias
actually
will
gonna get
also
any
appear in
spin-off
the
news?
future. Wait,
That's the real
there's
question.
even more. We have a special campaign underway starting today. This is your chance to get Victini and Latias on your staff. Pokemon Cafe Remix is available at no cost to start and is playable on Nintendo
Pokemon
Switch
Sleep
systems
news
and
next.
mobile devices.
Unless... Why did they put Sprigatito on 2 legs there?
Next up,
I don't like
an
that.
update
That
on
animation
Pokemon
was weird.
Scarlet
I didn't
and
like that.
Pokemon Violet games.
Ah, Mewtwo eats for fun. Alright, this is what we've been waiting for.
Attention, please. Today, we begin the treasure hunt. Travel across Paldea.
We have a name!
Get to know the region.
You can ride on the box legendaries. Oh, this is
The
fantastic.
abundant nature.
So they are
The
motorcycles,
rich
basically.
culture. The Pokemon. And the people. Where will you go? Who will you meet? What will you achieve? With you will be your Pokemon. Journey together. Learn together. Grow together.
Nice shiny animation.
Find something to treasure.
Oh, is this? Huh. It's a gem-based gimmick.
Let the treasure hunt begin.
Huh.
We're now starting
That
to get
looks
a clearer
amazing.
picture of your adventures to come in the Paldea region. I'd like to dive a little deeper into the information presented, so let's take a closer look together, shall we?
The newest titles in the Pokémon series are the Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet games. These titles will be open-world RPGs, a first for the Pokémon series. Sprawling landscapes and vibrant towns weave together to form the Paldea region, where your new adventure will unfold.
Eli, I agree. It does look very epic.
These are the legendary Pokémon, Koraidon and Miraidon. You'll rely on one of them as a partner in your adventure. Climb on! And together you'll dash across grassy fields, move across
You
water,
rely on one of...
and glide
So,
through the sky.
you get to...
Your
meet
partner
them
can change
early?
forms as needed while you explore every nook and cranny of the region with them.
Oh.
You will be enrolling at a certain academy as a student. And a special independent study project awaits you, the Treasure Hunt. Through it, you'll embark on a journey to find treasure of your own, here in Paldea. 3 grand stories are waiting for you. One
Okay, so
story
there is
will revolve
some
around the
narrative to
familiar
it.
gym battles. You'll go to 8 Pokémon gyms and aim for the champion rank. In these games, there is no set path you must take when challenging the gyms. Chart
Okay,
your
good to
very
hear.
own course along Victory Road. The other 2 stories you'll experience hold many surprises and
Yes,
discoveries
Outerwood,
as
we're
well.
back in school.
Which story will you begin with? How will you progress through them? It is all up to
Big
you.
Alola anime vibes? Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Professor Sada and Professor Churro, research legends passed on in the Paldea region. Mr. Clavel is the director of the academy you'll attend. And Mr. Jacques is your homeroom teacher who teaches biology. You'll have your battle-loving friend, Nimona. And you'll meet Arvin, an upperclassman and a great cook. There's also Penny, a shy student in your grade.
Okay, this is
There are gym leaders,
really
too.
Alola vibes.
Like Grusha, the ice-type gym leader. The people you meet in Paldea are sure to enrich your adventures. Many different species of Pokémon also call the Paldea region home. This Pokémon is the Paldean regional form of Wooper. It lives on the land and covers its body with a poisonous film. Fido are
poison-type
delightfully squishy
Wooper.
Pokémon that are smooth to the touch. And here's Cetitan, which has a large body and a hard horn that can freeze its surroundings.
Ooh, I like
Of course,
some of
we
these
also
new
have the
Pokemon. I
Pokémon
like
from
some of
which you'll
these.
choose
These are
your first
fantastic.
partner. Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley.
Look at that ducky boy.
Enjoy meeting lots of Pokémon. And complete your Pokédex
Go-Goat's
as part
back!
of your adventure.
Yep, we've got the 4-player multiplayer
By
too.
using the Union Circle, you can enjoy co-op play with up to 3 friends. You can go look for Pokémon you haven't yet discovered. Or even ride together to race across the map.
Now, how would this work
Enjoy
with
all the
version
Paldea
exclusives?
region has to offer with family and friends.
Unless there aren't any version exclusives, but then what's the point?
The terrestrial phenomenon makes Pokémon shine like gems.
Okay. So what is this? Just like a kind of mega evolution? Because it didn't look like it changed the moves at all.
All Pokémon in the Paldea region are able to terrastalize, which can provide a boost to a Pokémon's type and make its moves stronger.
A boost to its... Okay, so it's all type specific.
Some Pokémon will change type when they terrastalize. What type they become seems to depend on that Pokémon's Terra type.
So everyone... Is this like a... Oh, this is...
For example, an
This is
Eevee would
interesting.
typically remain normal type after terrastalizing, But there could be Eevee that become grass or water type after terastallizing. We
Oh,
hope you'll try to catch Pokemon with rare Terra types.
This seems like
Pokemon
a
that have
really
rare Terra
interesting
types
mechanic.
are more likely to appear in Terra raid battles.
They had to bring raids back.
You can challenge Terra Pokemon in these battles with up to 3 other trainers. This is a new kind of raid battle where you can attack or heal with your own timing without having to wait for your allies. Try to
this seems
cooperate with your
chaotic.
allies to get the upper hand in these battles.
Oh, okay. This is very different. I'm here for this
After
kind of
you
raid.
successfully defeat a Terra Pokemon, you'll get the opportunity to catch it for yourself.
I assume these are going to be guaranteed catches like the Dynamax raids.
We've kept all the things you love about Pokemon, while evolving the adventure you can have in Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet. We hope you look forward to the day you set out on your adventure.
Okay. Some pretty solid stuff here. Some pretty solid stuff.
Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games are available to pre-order at participating retailers now. Your independent
You get a
study
flying
in the Paldea
type,
region
a
begins
flying
in 3
Terra type
months.
Pikachu.
We eagerly await your enrollment. That's all for today's presentation. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching.
All right. No big unexpected news, but I'm very happy with the news that we got. There's a lot of interesting stuff that we saw. This looks pretty good. I'm a fan. There's a lot of cool stuff we got to see. Traveling around the region looks sick. Seems interesting that you get to meet the box art legendary. It seems as early, like much earlier than you usually would. That's very different. The gyms all seem very gymmy. They don't seem very central to the story, but that might be just like one of like the 3 different stories that they mentioned. This Wooper, this poisonous Wooper, I'm a fan. What else have we got that we saw? The whole Terra typing thing. Where was that in the trailer? That was... Where did you go? Yeah, this looks sick. This looks like a really fun blend of Z moves and Mega Evolution. Is the initial impression I'm getting here. This looks cool. I'm really a fan of this. En route, so it's like hidden power. The types are different for the same mod. Yeah, I think it maybe not. I don't think it'll be quite like hidden power. It seems like it's gonna be a bit more like, you know, I can't. It almost feels like it'll be like ribbons in a way where, you know, there's most of them will have nothing special to them, and then there's a handful that might have something special. Maybe not ribbons. Maybe a better comp would be like abilities and hidden abilities. Maybe, I don't know. That's the impression I got. Dynamax raids were not guaranteed. You're right, Eli. Dynamax adventures were guaranteed catches, so maybe these raids won't be guaranteed either. That would be I don't know. It's interesting. It's tough to balance that, I feel like. Legendary changes over time. It did seem that way. I don't know how much it is the legendary changing versus the different forms, because you saw you can fly on it, ride on it, go for the water on it. But yeah, it might be that it grows with you. Let's see if we have anything new on the site, or if this is just too soon for them to have updated things. Yeah, nothing new here. It'll be might be a little bit, I think, before we get the because there's some information that they release on the site after these that's not covered in the presentation. But yeah, some pretty cool stuff. Some pretty cool stuff. I am really enamored by what they did with the special mechanic. Welcome back, Fran. Welcome back. Yeah, this doesn't I think the big thing is this doesn't seem like it's going to be as power shifting as Dynamax was. Because Dynamax, you immediately become the biggest, baddest Pokemon on the field. Where is the... Here we go. This is the breakdown here. Because it didn't seem like it affects your HP. It affects typing of some things, but that's about it. Excited about multiplayer, friend? Yeah, no. I don't think we learned too much about the multiplayer beyond just confirming that it exists, but the multiplayer seems like it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be cool to actually get to go through the game with other people. I'm curious how much well, I guess since it's open world, it's not like you can unlock things before other people, so it'd be pretty cool. Getting a new type sure seems like power shifting. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Excited to buy the game then ignore it for 2 years. No, en route, I will not allow it. Legend, they show you getting early on look different from the box art. That's true. That's true. It did seem smaller. They use Balloon Pikachu as an example. Yeah. Yeah, I guess being able to temporarily change your typing. It's an interesting mechanic because I think it shifts. It's power shifting in that it shifts like it doesn't make things particularly unbalanced, I don't think, right? Because it's not like it's adding a type, it's changing, I assume, the primary type. Fran, don't worry, we're gonna break that pattern for Unrude. We're not gonna let it happen. We're gonna keep him on the straight and narrow this time. But yeah, let's look at this because you obviously shift type based on the Terra type. Also, these animations are just gorgeous. I love these animations. Slightly makes up for the the open world still seems very empty. Which for a game that really focuses on the open world feels like a bit of an oversight. But all right, so here we go. This doesn't look like it's electric, does it? I can't tell. No, that's flying, and it just highlights the moves that are of that type. Also, Pikachu getting fly. I don't know how I feel about that. All right, the real question is how can we bully Honorud into playing Legends Arceus? That's a real question. Yeah. But yeah, the what do they call it? Terralize? Terrastal. Terrastal is the name of the mechanic. It seems like it's not gonna be incredibly unbalanced. It'll definitely shift the way, at least for like competitive play, people play. It adds a new wrinkle to think about. But but it doesn't seem like every Pokemon uh can terrestrialize into every type, right? It's a set group of types for each Pokemon. So I'm sure that'll help balance things. I need to think, what does Paldea mean? Sounds similar to Paleta or Pangea. Yeah. Yeah, we might get some more information on the site once that updates about the name of the region, like where it comes from. Pikachu from Yellow can learn fly. Can it? Soaring Skies. Yeah, that's true. It can't. Pikachu and Let's Go can learn Soaring Skies. It's just a weird concept. But I guess Pikachu can also learn Surf. So, I mean, we'll just give it all the HMs. But yeah, exploration around the region seems cool. The open world, I mentioned this already, it still looks very empty. Like we saw new Pokemon in some of these shots, but it didn't feel like we see an abundance of Pokemon and things. Like this is something that people weren't a fan of with Legends Arceus. It felt very sparse. It seems like it might still be a thing. Crystal Onyx is gonna be real now. Oh no. Do you have to introduce terrestrializing in the system? I don't know. Maybe until we get a new Mystery Dungeon game. I think you're in the clear on Rude. Just have to use its tail as a propeller. I mean, Pikachu's not a fox, but I guess we can allow it, right? I guess that's how this works. Also, I realized I never... Here, let's... There we go. But yeah. I guess Pikachu could kind of propel itself around. Yeah, it's nice seeing all the different biomes, but again, like this looks like something you'd see in Legends Arceus in terms of like how empty it is. So, I don't know. I was expecting a little bit more on the open world front, but I guess this is still relatively new for the Pokemon Company, right? It's relatively new for Game Freak. Where was that shot of you first meeting the box art legendary? Was it here? Where was it? Yeah, this seems like it's gonna be like really early on. So that'll be interesting. I wonder if you can battle with Rhydon and Rhydon. Say, wait, Dynamax is exclusive to the region of Galar. Yeah. No, we don't have Dynamax in the system as far as I know. We don't have Z moves in the system as far as I know. So yeah, there have been no Mystery Dungeon games since Gen. No new ones since Gen 4, right? Like we didn't get a Gen 6 or 7 Mystery Dungeon game. So what if it's just a motorcycle? I mean, that would be a shame. Gen 6 was Super Mystery Dungeon. You are right. Actually, Eli, did we have Z moves in the system? I mean, Honorud can answer this definitively. I didn't think we had Z moves. If If so, if they're in the system, I don't think we've used them on the show yet. If they're in the system, it's not play tested. I could say that much. Right, so it's just like cool. You can ride the legendaries now. Yep, the Eon Flute from ORAS. All the ride Pokemon are legends. Yeah, I will say, like, the concept of, like, ride Pokemon in Alola, the concept of, not warded Pokemon, I forget exactly what they're called in Legends. Those were cool because it was, like, different Pokemon for different situations. And even, like, the Eon Flute was, like, you're just flying around on Latios and Latias. This is interesting because it kind of boils them all down into one Pokemon. It's cool because it gives these legendaries, like, you know, some cool, fun little gimmicks. But I don't know. I feel like there's an opportunity to really have, like, you know, some character that we just didn't get. Eli, not positive. I thought I saw them when I was making my character. Maybe there are Z moves. Or like at least Z crystals. We also took the source material for the system from like a whole bunch of like large swaths of Pokemon data, right? Not all necessarily Mystery Dungeon specific. Like I know the items list is all Mystery Dungeon specific, but the move list isn't necessarily. Because that would exclude a lot of Gen 7 and 8 stuff. It's a 4x4 bike. It's really the next generation of ATVs is what Miraidon are. I will say I don't think we had gotten a shot of Miraidon having legs yet. And yeah, this is definitely different design-wise from what we see on the box, and what we saw from the first trailer. But yeah, Eli, I think you may have been right with it, like, growing as you go. But yeah. Here we go. Now we've got more to dive into. So, let's see. Not news. The Paldea region. Does it say anything about like the name, the origin of the name? Nah, I don't think they'll put anything out. It's something that people will figure out on their own. Yeah. This is interesting. This is an interesting design for the open world. I'm curious how big this actually is. Because, like, this map art doesn't make it seem like it's particularly huge. But it might be that once we get into the game, this feels a lot bigger. It can literally climb walls. Yes, right. It can literally climb walls. But yeah. I think this might be worth deep diving into at another point in time. Pretty fun, pretty exciting news. Pretty exciting Pokemon Presents, all in all. Also usually play some side mobile games as Master X and Unite. And those announcements literally told... Yeah, no, we did just get the same news we got in June about Masters and... I think with Unite, we got like some more third or first anniversary specific news. But it was all like cosmetic stuff. Like we already knew about Buzzwole. And I guess for Go, I don't know if any of the Go news was particularly earth-shattering. For me, it was new just because I haven't played Go in a while. Bird exclusives confirmed on the bottom of that page. Yeah, there are version exclusives. I'm curious how that's going to interact in co-op though, right? Because the idea is you're exploring together. So will you be able to see each other's version exclusives like out in the open world, or is there going to be a point where it's like, oh, I see a Pokemon and you see a different Pokemon, or neither of us see a Pokemon? The Go news wasn't new either, yeah. With the comeback of Rotom foes, it would be the first time they repeat a dex. This is true. This is true. Are we getting lazy with our Pokedex designs? Is this what's happening? Let's see. Was there anything on the multiplayer here? Yeah, just the short write-up on multiplayer. Nothing too specific yet. I don't know if we'll actually get much in the way of like what exactly the multiplayer will look like until release, honestly. Because I feel like just the announcement of multiplayer in general is enough to get people hyped. Night News is an event that started 2 weeks ago. Well, the general fan base knows. General fan base also knows that Unite and Go are now on the competitive circuit, so somebody's taking some clues on Apple and revisiting designs. Hey, I mean, it ain't broke, right? Yeah. Here we go. We got what? 2 new Pokemon. I like both of these designs. I'm a fan. Plus, I mean, Galarian Wooper, I guess, technically new. Now, does it say that it grows with you or anything like that? Yeah. Alright. I guess the point is kind of learn as we go. It's cool. So maybe like one of the stories is gonna revolve around, because they mentioned there were like 3 different bits of story. One might revolve around the gyms, one might revolve around learning about the box legendaries, one might revolve around the decks, potentially. I don't know. Yeah. No new evolution and many returning Pokemon. Yeah. I'm sure within the next couple hours, someone's gonna have made the list of all of the new Mons that we saw, because we got a glimpse of like most of them right at the start of the trailer. So, champion evil team decks. Maybe more stories. That's a good shout on Root. It's interesting. It feels like, I mean, this is definitely, this is the biggest non-statement ever, but like, this is very clearly like a big departure from the typical, story, the typical progression. So I'm not sure where an evil team would fall into this. It feels like over the past, like, couple generations, we've really waned off the idea of, excuse me, waned off the idea of an evil team. Excuse me. Like Team Yell wasn't particularly evil. Like the real like evil force in Gen 8 was well, I can't say too much. You're still playing through it. But like Team Yell isn't much of an evil team, you know? Man, how much have you guys freaked out that Sprigatito was on 2 legs? Yeah. Thank you, friend. I wasn't a fan. That was a real that animation was just so off-putting. I don't think that's gonna have. I think that was just a transition animation. I don't think that is telling us anything. But if Sprigatito either evolves into something on two legs or starts walking around on its hind legs, it's yeah. They've really started forcing things a bit much. Yeah, Honor, don't worry. I'm not gonna spoil Gen 8 for you, even though you are 3 years late to the party. I think that was animation. I thought it was people in costumes. Was it people in costumes? It looked rendered to me. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make us watch this again. It could have been the yeah that could have been. I can't tell. I genuinely cannot tell. Okay, it was people in costumes. All right. See, this is why y'all are here, to correct my mistakes on the painfully obvious. If I see a Sprigatito, is someone in a Sprigatito costume walking around, I'm running the other way though. It does not look right. Yeah. Any final thoughts from people? Because we got a lot of news about Scarlet and Violet and not a lot of other news. But yeah, I'm still waking up, so I'm not gonna really deep dive too much into anything here. It's just kind of fun little test new layouts, share the excitement of new mechanic. That's the one thing I was really hoping to see today, and I'm glad that we saw it. What the new mechanic is. It'll definitely make battles really interesting. Also, it adds a bit. It adds like the same kind of wrinkle to competitive play as like hidden abilities in terms of like really trying to like find the right setup. But yeah. All in all, pretty solid considering we just got an update in June. I'm happy with the information we got. Ram, what was the legendaries cry for? What were the legendaries cry for the daily incense? Like in terms of what we heard, like, sorry, I'm not quite sure what you're asking. I don't remember there being a cry that we heard with the incense.
Rumors say it might even attract legendary Pokemon.
Oh, we did.
Use
We did
daily
hear
adventure
something.
Incense.
Those sounded like they might have been the birds.
Rumors say it might even attract legendary Pokemon. Use daily.
I'm really bad with cries. I'm really bad with them. I cannot put my finger on exactly which legendaries those cries were. Don't know if any of y'all have a better idea. Also, if you guys couldn't quite hear him, I can play him again too. The Galar birds, or is that me guessing based on the? Yeah, my initial gut instinct was the Galar birds too, but I don't think they'd throw the Galar birds in yet. I didn't think they would at this point, unless they're really like aggressively like pushing towards adding Gen 8 and getting fully caught up before Gen 9 releases. I could see that being a thing. I'm trying to think in Go's history, have we gotten access to legendaries before the rest of the generation with the obviously with the exception of Meltan and Melmetal. I don't know if we've gotten they've like slowly released Pokemon for generations. Maybe this is the start of Gen 8. Normal Blizzard Galar ones. There have been screenshots of those being the Galar birds.
Daily adventure incense.
I mean, the images definitely looked like they were the Galar
It
birds.
can attract Pokemon not normally seen in your area, and rumors say it might even attract legendary Pokemon.
Yeah, those flashes all absolutely, and those cries, it sounded look like the Galar birds. That's true. There are already regional variants. There are regional variants, but are there any? So, anyone who plays Go might have to help me out with this. Are there Galarian Pokemon in Go? I didn't think that there were Galarian Pokemon. I know that the Alolan regional forms got introduced with the release of Alola, or just before, in the build up to it. They already released the Galar Maid. Oh, okay. There are already some Hisuian ones. Okay. All right. I guess might have to fire up Go again and get caught up on what's new, because clearly there's a lot I've missed. But yeah, I think then those are probably the Galar birds. But cool. I will say having one of these daily is, I think it's the right move in terms of really, any sort of daily mechanic is going to encourage people to both get back on and stay on. So big dub for Niantic there. They've definitely improved Go a lot in the past. It's been what, 6 years now? Yeah. Glad we solved this mystery. I don't think if there were any other real points of interest or confusion that we didn't talk about. Because most of the spin-off stuff we heard was all repeat news. Kind of went through everything in the trailer more or less. Looked at the site a bit. All in all, I think pretty successful coverage. Pretty successful look into things. So yeah. Unless anyone in the chat has any lingering questions, lingering points of discussion, might potentially call it there. Or we can wait 9 minutes and hear my alarm go off. Since it is still early o'clock. Last time Fran Open Go was for Community Day. Don't remember which one, but I might give the upcoming Galarian Zigzagoos a try. Yeah, I think I'll probably fire Go back up. They mentioned that the last big Community Day is, I think, in a couple weeks. I guess the Go Fest Finale or whatever they were calling it. Enrude, when's the next episode of Not a Scratch coming up? That's a great question. I wish I could give you an answer. I don't think I can. I don't think I'm qualified to give an answer. I think there's someone in the chat who can give an answer, but I'm not. I don't think I'm qualified to answer that question. Have I finally picked the starter? See, as much as I'm still leaning Quaxley, but I don't think I've decided yet. From everything we heard today, there's nothing we heard that really had me leaning one way or the other. We don't know anything about, final evolutions, if they're going to gain types, what those final forms look like. So I think I'm probably still leaning Quaxley. probably might get Scarlet because I feel like a lot of people will really like Violet. I think the design for Miraidon's gonna appeal to a lot more people as like something like, you know, cool and new. Because like with Miraidon, you always see its legs, or like you actually like it's not as like futuristic looking. Yeah, still leading Quaxley. I don't care that people are saying it's just Ducklet. Quaxley is beautiful. This is a little thing with its hair. Masterpiece. Perfect Pokemon. No debate. Are we doing a solo lock for this game? Because I would have no. Yeah, I am with you, Honorud. We are. I also don't know how you would. I mean, I'm sure people are gonna very quickly break it down and figure out how to Nuzlocke this thing. But I feel like the open world element of the game really takes a lot of the fun of, or maybe not fun, but like a lot of the typical challenge of the Nuzlocke run, with like, you know, specific obstacles coming at every stage. Curious how people are gonna approach that in this game. But I'm very down to not soul link it at all. Changing my Whoopie Boy from water to another type. So I'm gonna go with Quaxley. Alright. Do we see what type it is? It's Poison Ground instead of Water Ground. It makes sense they're keeping the ground typing. Eli, also waiting for final evolution info. I'd have to go Sprigatito. Yeah, I feel like the grass type starter usually doesn't get a lot of love. And from at least the initial hype, Sprigatito was getting more love than Quaxley. So nice to see the grass type starter getting some love. I feel like most of the time the grass type starter is very underwhelming. So in general, these seem like three. I mean, we're not going to know, obviously, until we see the final forms and if they get any signature moves and anything like that. But it does seem like we've got three very solid starters, which is something I'm really excited about. We down to multi-stream? Yes, Fred. Absolutely, we will. We will absolutely do that. Consider we can get up to 4. We'll find a 4th. We'll make it happen. This is the first Poison Ground. Is it the first Poison Ground? Yeah, the Nidoking line. And then is the Nidoking line the only ones? I don't know. But the Nidoking line is also Gen 1. They've been around forever. But yeah. I am a little upset that we didn't learn anything about evolutions for these Route 1 mons. But I guess that's something to still look forward to. Eli's the 4th bet. We have our squad. We'll release day, we'll all hop on stream, but we won't hop off until the game is complete. It does seem like you'll be able to do some. I'd like to hope and think that you'll be able to do like some amount of story progression, like co-op, which would be cool. But also if the multiplayer is just like exploration, that's also cool. You get the being able to all load into the same game will make things like it'll be similar to the Underground, but with more interactivity. So it'll make for some fun playground game style things. You do some fun challenges, things like that. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, no evolutions for these guys yet. I'm really curious to see what they do with them. I don't think we'll just get Galarian Quagsire. We'll get, or I guess, sorry, what do they call the regional form? Paldean? Yeah, Paldean. I'm bad with pronunciations, me and my dumb American accent. Yeah, we're probably not just gonna get Paldean Quagsire. We'll get something else, I think. To be frank, I like how we went blind and Galar for many mons, and yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't think we're gonna see every new Pokemon. There's no way they do that. That takes away the sense of exploration, which I think is huge to what they want to do with this game. Really focusing on the exploration and world building, kind of building on the ideas that they started toying with in Legends Arceus. So, we're not gonna see everything, but at the very least, for some of the Pokemon we've already seen, I feel like it would be cool to get some new info, or get some more info. But that's also me just wanting to know everything right away, and we've still got a few months before the game comes out. So, yeah. Yeah, all in all, I am more excited for these games, or I am even more excited for these games than I was before the stream. So the Pokemon Company's doing their job. They know what they're doing. Also, my alarm was going off, so it's officially no longer too early in the morning. Someone said that was Sun Moon. They revealed a little too much. I don't remember the build up to those games, so I will take your word for it, Fran. I think the new mons look more like Digimon than Pokemon. I guess I kind of see it. I don't know how much of that has to do with kind of the evolution of the art style versus just the design. Oh, hey Abdullah. I'm glad you could join us. Since you slept through the presentation, the breakdown is not a lot of new news on spin-offs. And we got a lot of cool new news on Scarlet and Violet. What the Gen 9 mechanic is, and a little bit about kind of what the game's going to look like in terms of what you're playing through. Especially the bottom two being Digimon. Yeah, I see it. The Lechonk, maybe not as much. Lechonk kind of looks more similar to a traditional Pokemon, but yeah, I guess a lot of the Gen 9 Pokemon do kind of look like Digimon. But yeah, Abdullah, feel free to either, we're gonna wrap up soon here, so feel free to either watch through here or look at the new trailer that came out. Some pretty cool information we got today. Yeah. All right. I think we've gone through a lot of what there is to go through. There's always more to go through, but there's only so much time in the day, and I've got to eat some breakfast. So I think we'll call it there for today. There we go. There's a new layout too. So yeah. Thanks everyone for Fran said box legendaries, Digimon is very common to put. Yeah. Yeah, especially for like the final forms on a lot of Digimon. They have a lot of extra stuff going on. But yeah. Thanks everyone for popping in, or if you're watching this later, thanks for watching. I tried some new stuff with layouts and background and stuff. let me know what y'all think. You know, hit me up on Discord, or let me know in the comments, or let me know in the chat what you think of the new layouts. If there are any audio issues, let me know too, because I lost all of my balancing. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope y'all enjoyed, and until next time, have a good one.